You're sitting there again, staring at the ceiling like it's got the answers, wondering how everything slipped through your fingers. The plans, the promises, the people, gone. You thought you were building something solid, didn't you? Something real. But life has this way of knocking the wind out of you just when you start to breathe easy. Yeah, it hurts. Being overlooked, misunderstood, written off like you were just another chapter in someone else's story. But let me tell you something. This is the part they never warn you about. The part where your voice goes quiet, and all you've got left are your thoughts and your pain. And that's where you build. That's where you become. See, anyone can talk about strength, about success, about rising from the ashes, but talk is cheap, and the world's already drowning in noise. They don't need to hear you. They need to see you. They need to see the version of you that refuses to die quietly. The one who doesn't post about pain but transforms it. The one who doesn't announce the comeback but embodies it. You want to shock them. Don't waste breath proving who you are. Become the proof. Become the reason their whispers turn to silence. Become the kind of person whose presence says everything words never could. Because here's the truth. You don't owe them your explanations. You don't owe them your side of the story. You owe yourself your evolution. The world will always have opinions. Some whispered, some shouted, all meaningless. They'll tell you you've changed like it's a bad thing. Good. You were never meant to stay the same. Every scar, every sleepless night, every betrayal, that's the tuition you paid for wisdom. They laughed when you fell. Let them. They mocked your silence. Let them. You're not here to clap back. You're here to come back. They think silence is weakness, but silence is strategy. Because while they're busy running their mouths, you're rebuilding your empire one piece at a time. While they gossip, you're grinding. While they doubt, you're developing. And when it's time to reveal what you've become, there won't be a word left for them to say. Most people break under pressure. They fold. You turn pressure into power because diamonds aren't born from comfort. They're born from being crushed. So when life presses you, don't panic. That's your transformation. That's your rebirth. You've got fire in your bones and storms in your soul. And they tried to drown you because they feared the flood you'd become. But here you are, still breathing, still building, still burning. They'll never understand what it costs to carry yourself through chaos. They weren't there in the silence when you questioned everything, your worth, your purpose, your reason for even trying. But you kept moving anyway. You kept going when you had nothing left but will. And that's what makes you dangerous. You've seen the bottom. You've tasted defeat. You've cried in secret and smiled in public just to survive another day. And now you're about to show them what survival looks like. Shock them not with your words, but with the person you're becoming behind closed doors. The one who's healing, hustling, evolving in silence. Shock them with the discipline they never believed you had. Shock them with the patience to rebuild without an audience. Shock them with the glow-up that isn't about revenge, but redemption. Because revenge fades. It burns quick and dies faster. But self-mastery, that's eternal. And the moment you realize you never needed to prove them wrong, you've already won. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you do. Forgive to free yourself from the weight of their shadow. Don't drag hate into your future. It's too heavy for the climb ahead. You're not ascending to spite them. You're ascending to find you. Let them talk. Let them twist your story into whatever helps them sleep at night. Truth doesn't need defense. It just needs time, and time will reveal everything. Remember how they said you were done? Remember how they acted like you'd never rise again? Good. Let that memory fuel you. Let it be the fire that pushes you through the nights when you want to quit. Because one day soon, they'll see, they'll scroll, they'll stumble, they'll hear your name, and realize you became everything they said you couldn't. But don't do it for them. Don't rise to prove a point. Rise because you deserve to see what happens when you don't quit. Rise for the version of you that stayed up crying, for the one who thought it was over, but still showed up the next day. Rise because you're not done yet. You've got battles to win, not out there, but in here. The fight isn't against them anymore. It's against the doubt that tells you you're not enough. It's against the fear that whispers you can't change. It's against the part of you that still believes their lies. And you're going to win, not because it's easy, but because you've already survived worse. The world doesn't owe you recognition, and that's okay. You'll make them watch anyway, not through bragging, but through becoming. Your silence will speak. Your growth will echo. Your success will scream louder than any comeback ever could. So stop waiting for them to understand. Stop hoping for closure from people who broke you. You don't need their permission to become unstoppable. You don't need their apology to move forward. You just need to start. Every morning you wake up and choose not to quit. You're already winning. Every time you choose peace over pettiness, you're evolving. Every time you choose to build instead of beg, you're becoming the kind of person they can't reach anymore. Don't waste time explaining yourself. Your results will explain everything. Let your growth be the clapback. Let your peace be the payback. Let your existence be the shock. They expected you to stay broken. Don't. They expected you to fade. Don't. They expected silence to mean surrender. Prove them wrong without saying a word. And when you finally rise, when the dust settles and the noise dies down, stand tall. Not to show them what they lost, but to remind yourself what you found. You found strength in struggle. You found clarity in chaos. You found purpose in pain. And that's what makes you unshakable. Shock them with your peace. Shock them with your focus. Shock them with your evolution, because nothing terrifies small minds more than someone who refuses to stay small. And when they see you again, when they hear your name in rooms they'll never enter, don't gloat, just smile, because you didn't just survive, you became. You became the storm they never saw coming. You became the calm after your own chaos. You became the person who didn't just talk about change, you lived it. So go ahead, shock them. Shock them with your rise, with your peace, with your power. Shock them with what you become, not what you say. And when the world finally stops talking, when they're forced to listen to the silence you built with your success, they'll realize what you knew all along, that words fade, but transformation echoes forever. So keep going, keep growing, keep building in silence, because one day soon, the noise won't matter, only the result will. And that result, that's you. The version they said would never exist. The proof that pain wasn't the ending. It was the beginning. Shock them with what you become, because in the end, the loudest sound you'll ever make is the sound of your silence turning into victory. You thought the story ended when you rose, didn't you? You thought the comeback was the finish line, the proof, the victory, the closure. But here's the thing, most people never tell you. Becoming isn't a one-time event. It's a process, a brutal, beautiful, never-ending evolution. See, the moment you rise, the world tests you again. It whispers, was that just luck? Or are you really built for this? And that's where the real battle begins. Not against them, but against the version of you that thinks the fight is over. You shocked them once with your comeback. Now it's time to shock them with your consistency. Because anyone can rise once. Anyone can glow up for a moment, make a noise, have their little spark. But not everyone can stay on fire. Not everyone can wake up every day and choose to keep becoming, even when no one's watching anymore. The applause fades. The validation disappears. The crowd moves on to the next story. And that's when you find out who you really are. You think greatness is born in the spotlight. No, greatness is built in the silence that follows it. When the world stops clapping, that's when the real work begins. So don't chase attention, chase evolution. Shock them not just once, but over and over again until your growth becomes impossible to ignore. Because they'll expect you to slow down now. They'll expect comfort to soften you, success to tame you. They'll expect you to settle, to bask in the moment, to finally take it easy. Prove them wrong again. Show them that your rise wasn't luck. It was legacy in motion. And let me tell you something about legacy. It isn't about fame or followers. It's about becoming the kind of person who can't be shaken by either failure or praise. Most people fall when they get what they wanted because they forget who they had to be to get it. Don't forget. Stay hungry, stay humble, stay becoming. The same silence that built you once will build you again. It's your sanctuary, not your punishment, because silence is where you hear your purpose whisper. And if you listen close enough, it'll tell you you're not done yet. See, the version of you that survived, that one was built out of pain, out of necessity. But the version you're becoming now, that one is built out of choice, out of vision, out of purpose.